Hi everybody, this is Daryl with YouTalk Hollywood in the YouTalk Hollywood studios. Today we have a great segment for you featuring film and TV star Anthony Ruivivar. Right now Tashina's down on location with Anthony, so let's not waste any time and let's get right to it.
Here's the thing, Charles. Nothing stops me from fulfilling my orders. You think nothing's gonna happen to you? You couldn't be more wrong.
Anthony, tell me a little bit about yourself and your background and how you got started in business.
I went to Boston University School for the Arts. I grew up in Hawaii. Went from Hawaii to Boston, studied theater there. Right after I graduated from BU, which is a 4-year acting training program, graduated and then moved down to New York City, where I became a member of a bunch of theater companies. But oddly enough, even though I studied theater, all of my first jobs were kind of in film and television, so I kind of branched out early on. Lived in Hoboken for a year, and then lived in Manhattan proper for like 13 years, and now live in LA for the past 4 years.
You were in a very popular series, Third Watch. Can you tell me a little bit more about Third Watch and what it was like filming on location in New York every day?
Third Watch was great. I mean, before Third Watch, I'd only done films, so Third Watch was really my first foray into television. Although I had like a short 3-4 month stint on All My Children early on, and I was killed off, as most characters are on that show. Anyway, Third Watch was John Wells, Ed Bernero, Chris Chulak, all the guys behind ER, West Wing. So Third Watch ran for 6 seasons. We shot that in New York, and we were lucky enough to have a 6-year run of that. You know, it's in syndication now. I know that it's airing a lot in different countries now, which is really cool. It's still in syndication on A&E. But you know, it was kind of like my big coming out party in the sense that it was the largest, you know, thing that I had done since, and you know, we have a large cult following, a really strong fan base, and so it was a great series to be a part of. To this day, I think it still holds up as a pretty good series.
I understand that you're happily married and you ended up actually working alongside your wife Yvonne. Tell me a little bit more about that. How was the experience?
Yeah, it was great. Yvonne Young is my wife. We were actually married before she was on the show. A lot of people think that we met on the show. It's kind of bizarre because we got married on the show at the very end of the last season. So we kind of have 2 different wedding pictures all over our house, which is really funny.
Damn it, Holly, will you marry me?
What?
It was a real blast working with her. It did get a little bizarre. The love scenes were a bit strange. You know, you having like Holly pulling focus, you know, and you've got your wife and you were naked in bed. But at least we were getting paid for it, so it was all good.
Well, I understand you have been working on several different projects of your own. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Creating a new comedy series called Diggs Booty, which is a takeoff on 1970s blaxploitation films. You know, we're sending up the booms dipping in the shot, the bad acting, the, you know, over-the-top dialogue, plots,
very
whatnot.
slapstick.
Not slapstick. It's. I mean, these people are bad filmmakers. You know what I mean? They're bad filmmakers, but they think that they're doing Citizen Kane.
So you're Filipino American. Recently, Filipino Americans have been making a name for themselves, like Matt Pacquiao and comedian Joe Coy. And
I'm a better boxer than Manny.
Really? I'd like to see a little match there.
Me and him? Yeah. I'll take the $30 million paycheck and get knocked out in the first 2 seconds.
How does that make you feel, knowing that the American people are embracing that a little bit more and becoming more receptive to the Filipino and Filipino Americans? And how excited does that make you?
I mean, I think it's been a long time coming, you know? I mean, I think any any ethnic background, you know, has their day, and it seems to me that Filipino Americans or Filipinos in America are, you know, on the cusp of having their day.
Well, we do have some fans of yours that are waiting to ask you a few questions. Do you mind talking with them?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's
do it.
I got a question coming in via the YouTalk Hollywood Twitter. It says, Anthony, what is your favorite project that you've ever worked on?
My favorite project that I've ever worked on, I think Third Watch, you know, was a blast. I mean, it was the first time in my life that I was ever able to know what I was going to be doing, you know, the next year. Yeah, you know, it's like, it just became, and not to mention working on it for 6 years, it's longer than you go to college, it's longer than you go to high school. It's like, we created a family there, you know, it was something special. I've worked on shows since Third Watch, and I've yet to find that kind of special spark that we all had. It's like capturing lightning in a bottle.
Another fan question via Twitter says, Anthony, what is your favorite Filipino dish?
I don't like balut. Not a big fan of that. I think I love pancit. I love lumpia Shanghai.
Yeah.
That, not to plug it, but Goldilocks makes the best lumpia Shanghai. These tiny little, oh, they're so good.
I've had them. They are very good.
They're, right?
Yeah, they're addicting.
Yeah, Braza de Mercedes, the dessert, I love that. Halo Halo. You know, I kind of like, I gravitate towards that kind of the staple Filipino food, not the stuff that I think is based on a dare.
Niles, how are you and what's your question for Anthony?
How you guys doing over there on your side of the pond, eh? This is Niles from England. I just want to let you know I'm a huge fan, Anthony. And I want to let you know I loved you in Third Watch. Absolutely fabulous. Absolutely brilliant. Just wondering if you're working on any projects that are going to show your funny side. Anything of that kind?
Yeah, anything going to show your funny side?
You know, I kind of vacillate back and forth between comedy and drama. A lot of the stuff that I have coming out is more drama right now, other than the Diggs Booty Project, which is straight up comedy. And I do play a character in that called Chico Paco, who is kind of Diggs' right-hand man, kind of cue to his James Bond, kind of master of disguise, which really means I'm just running around in a mauve-colored jumpsuit the entire time. So that's kind of funny.
Hey Anthony, I got a question for you. Can you tell us a little bit more about the project that you're working on right now?
Why isn't he here? Right? I mean,
Exactly.
he should be here, not in the studio with his computer.
He should be doing the hard work. He's got
He
me
should be
here.
doing, exactly. Why are you not here, Daryl? No, I'm working on the Adjustment Bureau with Matt Damon and Emily Blunt. We're shooting that in New York. George Nolfi wrote and directed it, who's the guy that wrote all the Ocean's 11, 12, 13 movies. Also worked on the Bourne series with Matt. It's based on a short story by Philip K. Dick, who is this amazing 1950s sci-fi writer for people who don't know. It's kind of a sci-fi love story, psychological thriller type movie. And me and John are on the trail of Matt throughout the whole film.
Great job, Tashina, and thanks Anthony for taking the time out to talk with us.